Hello everybody, this is KG from my YouTube channel Invest Your Future. And today we're gonna talk, guys, about the good and bad invest in the silver. We're gonna talk about what kind of silver is the best to buy, what kind of silver is easy to sell, because when you invest to the silver, you gotta think how you're gonna sell, and then how easy and how hard it is to buy and to sell silver, because the physical silver is not the same like you buy stocks. For example, you buy Tesla stock $400 a share, and then when the price go $500, you can sell it there and then you can get the money back. That's the physical silver. When you buy the physical silver, you gotta pay those premium. So today the price of silver is $80. It's hard to find a silver with $80. You gotta pay $2, $3, $7 or $10 over the spot of the silver. And then when you sell the silver, you gotta pay like $2, $3, $5 under the spot. That's how the physical market of the silver works right now. I don't know in the future, maybe that's changed, So today, guys, I'm gonna show you what are some of the best silver to buy and then easy to sell back. So like I show you here, we have 5-ounce silver. We have the coins 1 ounce. This is graded coins 1 ounce. Here we have the 10-ounce bar, and then here is 1 kilo bar, and then is some bigger bars from 100 ounce or 500 ounce. If you go to all those guys, it's gonna be hard to sell. So the bigger amount bars or bigger amount of the ounces, I suggest you to stick with a small amount. It's easy to sell, it's easy to separate. Like tomorrow, for example, the price went 200. You wanna sell 20% of your amount of the silver. If you have the big bar, you gotta sell all. And then more bigger amount the silver you have in the bars is harder to sell. More smaller you can sell. People can afford to buy the one of silver for $100, but to buy 100 ounce silver for 13 grand is something like big. You gotta have the good connection to do the transaction. So me personally, my average of silver is like $40 to $50 per ounce. And then when the price of silver went up $115, I sold 10% of my silver. And then when the price drops around 77, I buy the same amount of silver I sold with 115, I make a profit. So before you buy in the silver, you gotta know, like, that's invest for the future. You not buy the silver today to sell it tomorrow. That's, if you wanna do that one, I'm not suggest you to invest the money in the silver. If you're looking for something for the short term, don't invest in the silver, don't invest in the gold. Go in the casino, play blackjack, man. If you invest the silver, that's for the future. So the supply and demand of the silver, that gap getting bigger and bigger every year. And then in the next 3 to 5 years, that gap is gonna be bigger. Like we're gonna have less silver production than the silver we need for the industry, for the electric car, for the solar panel, for the AI, for the all the computer, for the all iPhones. That gap is gonna be bigger. What's that mean? If the gap between the silver product than the silver demand is bigger, that means the price of silver is gonna go up. Me personally, I'm gonna hold the silver 3 to 5 years, and then I will gonna see how the price is gonna move. But I know the American government now is getting involved. After China make those move, restriction of the silver, American government, I believe the vice president G.D. Vance, he make a big meeting, and then when he say the critical mineral, he was talking about the silver. You know? So another thing about the silver, I'm gonna tell you guys. When you sell the silver, it's not something easy. Like if you invest, like let's say 50,000 in the physical silver, it's hard to sell at one time, because the people who's buying, they gonna drop the price. They not gonna pay you the same amount price of the market. Everybody have to make a profit. It's not something like a stock market. Me, I think it's a good investment to invest in the silver, and then I keep buying silver little by little for my future, for my kids' future. My suggestion to buy in the silver is 1 ounce gold. Don't buy big amount of the silver. A kilo, don't buy 100 ounce. And then another thing I'm gonna tell you guys about is be careful where you buy the silver, because is a lot of fake silver around. Those look like silver, but inside are with aluminum. China make a lot of fake silver and then ship it out to America. Be careful when you buy the silver. Some other stuff, guys, I want to talk about the silver is PI ratio between silver paper than physical silver. In this moment we talking is like 408 to 1. That's mean COMEX have 1 ounce silver, and then they sell it to the 408 people. So they doesn't have the physical silver, but they selling it. They selling silver paper. So if we see one of, let me find it here. All done. So okay. So COMEX, they have to deliver 517 million ounces in the next month, and they have in the inventory only 120 million ounces. They are shortage around 400 million ounces. Where they gonna get the silver? Where they gonna get the silver to deliver? They doesn't have it in the inventory. And then that's one of the reason they attack the paper silver price to drop off the price. and then they start buying the silver for the cheaper price. So another thing I was wanna talk about the one information I have here. Let me show you guys. So this is silver trade, and they say retail sellers temporary pause due to the global silver shortage. Australian bullion dealer pause the silver seller. So they are short. They doesn't have the silver. I went to too many coin shop around this week. Everybody's saying we don't have enough silver. Everybody's saying for 9-10 people wanna buy the silver, is one person he's selling him silver. They used to do here around in the Connecticut, they used to do business from New York. If you go in the small coin store, and then if you ask him like, I need the 500 ounce silver, he will say, I don't have it here with me, but let me call the New York, how much is the price, and then I will bring it tomorrow for you. Before, they have it in the store. Now they doesn't have it. That means it's more buyer than seller. That means price of silver is gonna go up. So before you do your investment, please do your own research. Please don't buy or sell anything with watching this video. So make your own decision. It's your money, it's your future. But remember one thing. You make money when you buy. If you buy right, in the future, you're gonna sell, they're gonna make those money. You gotta know, guys, you have to have a plan. What's the price you're gonna buy, and then what's the price you wanna get out from the silver? How long you gonna hold this silver? Don't invest in the silver the money you need it sooner. Invest the money in the silver like you don't need it for 3 to 5 years, because you're gonna see the big profit of the silver in the next 3 to 5 years. The price of the silver is gonna jump. Did you see the market is crashing up, the Bitcoin crashing up? I talked like 2 days ago, the stock market crashing up. Everybody like BlackRock sold around $500 million worth in the Bitcoins. Where do you think those money is gonna go? They gonna keep it in the dollar? I don't think so, because the dollar losing value every single year 10%. Those money, and then the people who follow the BlackRocks, those money is gonna be dumped to the gold, is gonna be dumped to the silver. That is gonna rise the price of silver in the 3-4 months. Believe it or not, you're gonna see it. The silver is gonna reach back $100, $120, $150. My prediction of the silver to 2026 is $150 to $200 per ounce. And then I believe the gold is gonna go 7,000 to 10,000 per ounce. Please guys, subscribe my channel, like my channel, and make sure you turn on the notification. That's really important for me to make more video in the future, and then to explain about what I'm doing with my money investment, where do I invest my money, and then I'm gonna show you every video, every movement I do in my money. Anything I'm selling, anything I'm buying, what price I'm selling, what price I'm buying stuff. Don't forget, again, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe my YouTube channel, and then turn on the notification to not lose my next video. Thank you guys, and then we see you in the next video. Bye bye. KG from Invest Your Future.